Solving square root equations. This time we're going to have two radicals plus a constant. These are only going to show up on the test as a bonus question. There will be a couple of homework problems where you have to do these. So let's go ahead and look at these. These are going to be having to square both sides twice to get rid of both radicals. And we'll do them one at a time where we're looking at clearing out radicals. Look and see which one of the ones is the most complicated. This one's the most complicated. So it's the one I want to get by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and move the square root of x over to the other side. And if they both look the same difficulty level, then just start with one. It really doesn't matter. So we have square root of 5x plus 4 is equal to the square root of x plus 4. Now we are going to square both sides. And let's go ahead and just talk about the easy side. The easy side, I end up with 5x plus 4. On the more complicated side, let's go ahead and look over here and let's go use a box method to multiply it just so we can see it. And so we had square root of x and a 4, and a square root of x and a positive 4. So when I multiply x square root of x times square root of x, that becomes x. And change out colors. If I do square root of x times 4, it becomes 4x, or 4 square root of x. If I do square root of x times 4, that's 4 square roots of x. And 4 times 4 is 16. And I'm just going to show you underneath this where I am simplifying everything through. So x plus 4 square roots of x plus 4 square roots of x plus 16. These are going to combine to give me 8 square roots of x. And then the x is just going to come down, and the 16 is going to come down. So let's just go over here and rewrite that in here. X plus 8 square roots of x plus 16. Now I need to get everything that doesn't have a square root on the other side. So I want to get this by itself now. And so that means that I am moving the minus x, or we're going to subtract x from both sides and 16 from both sides. And so that gives me 4x minus 12 is equal to 8 on the square root of x. Is there a number that can divide into all of these evenly? Well, a 4 can. And so I want to divide every single term by 4. That just gives me easier numbers to work with. X minus 3 is equal to 2 square roots of x. Now I'm going to square both sides. And so, if you need it, you can go over here and use the box for x minus 3, x minus 3. This is x squared, negative 3x, 9. And so I have x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to, we got to square both pieces, so the 2 gets squared as well as the x square root of x gets squared. So that's going to be 4 times x square root of x times square root of x is going to be just x. Now I need to move that over. And I have x squared minus 10x plus 9 equals 0. So now I need to factor. And so my x squared goes here. My plus 9 goes here. And I'm looking for two things that can multiply to give me 9x squared. That's going to give me a difference of negative 10. And this is going to be one where we have both sides going to be the same. So negative x and negative 10x, or negative 9x. So negative 9x, negative x. And when I look at what can factor out of both of these in the top row is an x, and the second row is a -1. First column, x, second column, -9. And so I'm going to come over with those factors. X minus 9, x minus 1 equals 0. And so each of those factors equal to 0. So x is equal to +9 when I move the 9 over. X minus 1 equals 0. And I add the 1 to both sides, and so I get x is equal to 1. Now, we are not done. We have to check for extraneous. And so to check for extraneous solutions, that's when I take and plug in each of these numbers and see if either one of them come up with an extraneous solution. And so I'm going to start with the 1. So square root of 5 times 1 plus 4 minus the square root of 1 equals 4. So 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. So the square root of 9 minus the square root of 1. Does that equal 4? So 3 minus 1 does not equal 4. So this is extraneous. Now let's check the other one. Because remember, they both could be extraneous. And so we're going to check 9. And so when I check 9, 5 times 9 minus or plus 4 minus the square root of 9 equals 4. So 45 plus 4 is 49 minus square root of 9 equals 4. 7 minus 3, that does equal 4. So the solution is x equals 9. So now I want you to try to do one on your own. And so we have the square root of 2x plus 1 minus the square root of x equals 1. So you should be able to work this through and check it with Edpuzzle. But if you want to see how the solution actually works out, here's the solution. Since this did not have a C term, when we factored, we could have factored it by hand. And it looks like I didn't finish this steps up here showing. And we have x equals 0 and x equals 4 as the two solutions. And when you check them both, they do both check out. And so that means that both of these are the solutions. So the solution is both 0 and 4. And that's because when you check it for your extraneous solutions, they do both check out.